Welcome to Accelerated Health Bites. I'm Sara Banta, and if you like what you hear today, please hit the subscribe button and share with those who may need my help. I'm just one person, but with your help, we as a team can help many others accelerate their bodies, minds, and spirits and reach their optimal state of health. Today, I want to talk about the DNA diet and when eating healthy actually is not healthy. And this is something that I have had to learn the hard way. I've discussed my journey testing various diets, including the paleo diet, the keto diet, the carnivore diet, and even the vegan diet. And not until I met Terry Cochran and learned about the importance of my DNA in relationship to the foods that actually fuel my body and which healthy foods actually were harming my body, causing inflammation and leaky gut, did I realize what true optimal health was. And we did this for everyone in my family, my 3 kids, my husband, me. We are all different and we all thrive on different diets. So if you're like me, you might have a hard time processing sulfur-containing foods or supplements that are supposed to be healthy. And those include garlic and onions, cabbage, broccoli, and even cauliflower. Many of these are just staples in the keto diet. And many of you might have a hard time processing foods with oxalates, including spinach and kale, almonds, and chocolate. So I call this the DNA diet. Knowing these limitations and also knowing that cutting out processed foods and too much sugar that are detrimental and inflammatory to the body leads to a limited amount of foods that you're able to thrive on. I've learned about supplements that work with your body to open up those pathways to increase the digestion and nutrient absorption of those foods so your body could actually break them down and you can reintroduce them again. So if you experience any of the following symptoms, you might have a compromised sulfur metabolism: bloating, gas, malabsorption of nutrients, allergies to certain medications that contain sulfur, reactions to red or white wine, reactions to garlic and eggs. These are the big ones that most people say, oh, yes, that's me. Asthma or wheezing after ingesting food, especially dried fruit or foods with preservatives, a strong urine odor after eating asparagus, arthritis, tendinitis, or joint pain, Parkinson's disease, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or irritable bowel syndrome, ADHD, neurotransmitter imbalances such as dopamine, epinephrine, and serotonin, skin rashes, including psoriasis. All of these things are signs that you're eating something your body doesn't want and can't break down. And what's more is many of you might actually have tried the ketogenic diet, listening to me promoting keto and all of that, and realize that it makes you feel nauseous to eat more fat. You might actually have a compromised fat metabolism like me as well. So here I am promoting a ketogenic diet, but I have a hard time processing fat. Yes, but I've made it work for me. Proper fat metabolism and absorption is critical to the brain and the cognitive function. However, if you consume a high fat diet, and it can cause a genetically vulnerable people to become fat malabsorbed, which creates a state of not being able to properly metabolize fat. And this can clog the liver and intoxicate the whole system. So knowing I'm an advocate of the keto diet, I have learned to stay in ketosis with accelerated keto, the supplement, and intermittent fasting. These 2 things launched me into ketosis. So my body's burning and snacking on my own fat stores for ketones. And then I focus on a higher protein and vegetable diet and use supplements to help digest dietary fat. This has worked so well for me, and I've never felt better. If you experience any of the following symptoms, you might also have a problem metabolizing fat. Changes in your stool to a light color, or they're floating, or they're greasy, a strong body odor, bumps on the back of your arms, acne, a yellowish skin tone, your skin's really dry, hormonal imbalances like PCOS or PMS, edema, diarrhea, nausea, or excessive fullness, especially after eating a little too much fat, Gallbladder pain, which is the right side underneath your ribs, or right scapula pain up here, can actually be a sign of your gallbladder having a tough time digesting fats. Gallstones, and if you've had your gallbladder removed. So what supplements can help you and help your gut while improving your malabsorption issues? Not all supplements are equal. And some supplements actually have sulfur in them that make it even worse. So the supplements I'm going to mention below are actually new to Accelerated Health Products because this is a brand new thing for me. And it was an aha moment, like everything came together. So they take into account the commonly overlooked genetic sensitivities that you and I might have, and they're free of oxalates and sulfur containing compounds, which are common additives in the standard supplements. And they have been shown to create inflammation in the body. The first one is called Wild-Lytes. And this goes beyond the scope of a simple electrolyte formula. I talk about electrolytes being really important, especially if you're on a low carb diet, because your kidneys let go of water and they let go of the electrolytes with that. So this formula targets the effects of daily stress, inflammation, adrenal fatigue, and immune disruption at the cellular level, providing a foundation for the whole body health. And unlike many electrolyte supplements, nothing in this formula down regulates the phase 1 liver detoxification or blocks the sulfation pathways for oxalate metabolism. What it has in it is Himalayan sea salt, cilantro, and watermelon. So it can help with hydration and electrolyte balance, detoxification, muscle cramping, fatigue, your immune function, mineralization, your heart and cardiovascular function, oxalate, sulfur, and uric acid metabolism. So there again, it's going in and helping you metabolize those foods that your body's already having a hard time with. It helps with adrenal function, lymphatic metabolism, histamine flares, joint pain, swelling, blood sugar regulation, and skin health. So it emits that imbalancing ingredients to optimize the epigenetics response for maximum efficacy and absorption. And of course, it has no GMOs. With that is the stress mover. Stress is a fire starter, from disrupting core bodily functions like digestion and homeostasis to sparking conditions such as low energy, mood dysregulation, and weight gain. Researchers linked states of prolonged stress to depression, gut distress, inflammation, genetic or general immune suppression. And right now we are all under chronic stress. We need this. Stress Mover is a unique botanical blend that manages the body's stress response while working synergistically with your epigenetic tendencies to optimize their expression. So it combines the calming amino acids and adaptogenic botanicals to help regulate this production, distribution, and metabolism of key hormones and neurotransmitters while supporting the gut and the immune system. It can help with your stress response, your adrenal fatigue, digestive function, chronic fatigue, and insomnia, among so much more. Third, the immune mover. When we are under daily stress, inadequate nutrition, and a lack of sleep or exercise, we have an overtaxed body. Harmful pathogens can take hold and overwhelm our biological defenses, disrupting our immune function. And that's why I say the fear of COVID is actually doing more detrimental response to our bodies than the actual virus itself. Immune Mover is a unique formula that combines 11 botanicals to fortify the body's immune system and digestive system while working synergistically with your tendencies to optimize their expression. It can also help with chronic fatigue, digestion, absorption, immune response, gut integrity, hormonal balance, and so much more. Next, one of my favorite new finds, Berberine HCL. This helps support the pathogenic and bacterial balance in addition to improving blood sugar, digestion, and weight management. What I've noticed is if I take it with a high sugar meal, something that is a little more than what I'm used to, keeps my blood sugar stable, and it actually keeps me in ketosis. I'm absolutely loving this. Beta TCP. This also I'm loving. Helps support that fat metabolism by supporting both healthy bile flow and the normal bile acid to cholesterol conversion. It contains both digestive and antioxidant enzymes along with taurine in an organic beet concentrate. Next is the choline and inositol. This may help facilitate the burning of stored fat and has been shown to prevent abnormal or excessive liver accumulation of cholesterol and triglycerides. It also may help support healthy methylation and hormonal balance. Lastly, P5P. This helps support that healthy sulfation and oxalate metabolism for those of us who have a hard time with it. In detail, it is required for proper absorption of B12 and magnesium and for the production of gastric HCl. It's an important coenzyme in the metabolism of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, and the elongation of essential fatty acids. It's also required for the production of antibodies and red blood cells. It facilitates the release of glycogen from the liver and the muscles. It also helps maintain a balance of sodium and potassium, which regulates the body fluids and promotes healthy functions of the nervous and muscular skeletal systems. So if you have any questions about this or want to find more about the supplements I've mentioned, you can go to acceleratedhealthproducts.com. You can also email me directly and ask your questions. I'm happy to put together a protocol for you. Thanks for joining me today. And remember to hit the subscribe button and share with others to be a part of this changing world, one person at a time. You can find the products we discussed once again at acceleratedhealthproducts.com, and be sure to listen to my interviews on Accelerated Health Radio and TV, where my guests share their cutting edge modalities and optimize health and accelerate their bodies, minds, and spirits. See you in the next episode of Accelerated Health Bites.